Hello and welcome, guys. This is Double Stuffed Oreo here, and today we are going to be continuing the Steam Holiday Sale Bonanza. Let's go with that word. It's a great word. Okay, so as always, with all the other Steam sales, big sales, bonanzas, and all that stuff, the games are available for 2 days. So you still have time to go get Borderlands, Hitman, Scribblenauts, whichever ones you want. So as usual, I'm going to go through the deals of the day, and then I'm going to go through the flash deals, and maybe some indie game if we have time. So let's get started with the deals of today. First one is a collection. The first one is 66% off, which brings it down to $13.60. This is the Darksiders Collection pack, you can say, or whole franchise pack. It includes Darkside for 60% off, 3 DLC for 66% off, and 1 for 50% off, making all those great deals. 99 cents. I understand why they don't have those on sale, but they should have honestly put everything on sale to make this packet more appealing to everyone. But anyway, also you get Darksiders. So quickly, a quick thing. Darksiders 75% off. That is a great game. Definitely go and check it out. It's a lot of fun. The Darksiders 2, they tried to make it more into an RPG, which is fine and all, but it just didn't quite have the same appeal. It still is a pretty decent game, but just lacking a little bit since it was focused on consoles. For 66% off, that is still a good deal. I would pick this game up. I don't think I would pick up this pack. What I would do is pick up Darksiders and Darksiders 1 and maybe some of the DLC, but I don't think the entire packet's totally worth it unless you're a huge Darksiders fan. In which case, if you were, you'd probably already have these games. But anyway, those are just my thoughts and my opinions. 66%'s, I think, the lowest I've seen this game at so far, so it's definitely worth picking up. Our next game, or collection, is F.E.A.R. F.E.A.R 1, F.E.A.R 2, F.E.A.R 2 DLC, F.E.A.R 3, and then more DLC. Now, F.E.A.R is a very interesting first-person, story-driven shooter. It's not really a multiplayer one, but the third one has I want to say decent multiplayer mode in it, but it's mainly a single-player experience. It is pretty much an FPS with a horror feature attached to it. It's pretty well done all around. F.E.A.R 3 is a little wacky, but they all have that great horror aspect to them, and they're all pretty darn solid games across the board. They are all 75% off, except for... Nope, yep, they're all 75% off. This collection as a pack, I'd say it's worth it. Everything in here is 75% off. It drops it down from $54 to $13.71. That is definitely a great deal, a great price. But again, if you're not interested in this DLC and stuff, you can simply just buy the games alone, or just buy the newest one, which is probably the one you're going to want to do. As I said right here, you can just buy the traditional games. Next is SimCity, the 4th Deluxe Edition. Not much to say here. It is a strategy simulation city builder game. You basically build your city, you have to manage it and deal with all the frustrations of having your city, from environmental hazards to whatever. It's a good game. I mean, all the SimCity games, for what they are, they're a great game. Definitely worth buying if you're interested in that kind of game. It is 75% off, so definitely worth it if you haven't picked it up already. If you're interested in this game, you might want to look at it. Personally, I think it's kind of a niche game, honestly. But if you like these kind of games, this is definitely a great game for you to pick up with 75% off. This next one is very interesting. It is a franchise pack, and it has a ton of games. I couldn't possibly go through all these in the time. Rainbow Six, 3. That's weird. I mean, tons of great games. Tons. Look at that. Jeez. Wow. This is definitely a great deal. Okay. So everything appears to be 75% off except for a couple of them. As a pack itself, being this much off is pretty decent. It is only 33% off for the entire pack. That's alright, but I would definitely go in and pick and choose which ones you want due to the fact that they're all 75% off. These are all great first-person shooters. Each of them have their own different uniqueness to them, but they're all generally first-person, story-driven, single-player-driven games. A few of them are multiplayer, so you're definitely going to want to go through each and every single one of these to figure out which one will suit you the best. But in general, looking at all these games, they're all really pretty darn good games. So definitely consider checking these games out and picking a couple up. Our final game of the today's deals is Dishonored. Dishonored is an awesome Victorian kind of steampunky adventure action stealth based game. It's done beautifully. There's always multiple choices to do something. It's a lot of fun, a great time, and a great game. I highly recommend picking this game up. It is currently 50% off, which brings it down to $30 if you add a penny. Now that's a pretty darn good deal. This game has a lot of hype around it. A lot of people love this game, and for it to have already gone to 50% off, it was a pretty damn good deal, and I highly recommend picking this game up. Okay, I'm going to quickly go through these games one last time, and then we will go to the flash sales. Dishonored. Great stealth action game. A lot of fun. 50% off. Great deal. Pick it up. Again, on this one, you're going to have to go through these one by one and figure out which ones you prefer, but all these games are solid games, and for 75% off, I definitely recommend picking a couple of these games up, so go check them out. SimCities. If you like city building games, strategy games like that, this is definitely a great game for you to pick up. It's a lot of fun, really cool, looks really nice, and has all the great features of all the other past ones. So great deal for 75% off for $5. F.E.A.R. series, great series, great games, 75% off, totally worth picking them up. My personal recommendation is you probably want to pick up the third one. It probably being the newest, and nicest looking. But if you like the older style ones, definitely go for F.E.A.R. 1 or F.E.A.R. 2. They're all great games. Darksider. On this packet, I honestly just pick up Darksiders 2 and Darksider 1. All this DLC you don't really need, but you can get it if you want. It's totally up to you. But my recommendation is just get Darksider 1 and 2. Totally worth those prices. And now we'll move to the flash sales. Remember, for these you only have a very short time, and unfortunately I'm doing this video at the wrong time for part of these. So I'll just quickly go through a couple of them. Torchlight 2 is an amazing, I hate to say this, but Diablo-style dungeon crawling great game. Arguably, it is done better because these are the guys who did Diablo 2, I believe, Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 that made this game, so they did everything they wanted and even more that they couldn't get to do in Diablo. So it's definitely a highly recommended game, very well done, excellent, and everybody loves the game that's played it. Next game I'll talk about is Orcs Must Die. Orcs Must Die Wow. We're gonna have to look at this one. Yep. This is a great, great, great deal. Orcs Must Die 2 is an amazing game. Same with Orcs Must Die, and plus all the DLC for 75% off. This is one of the best deals I've seen yet. If I didn't already own most of this, I would be picking this packet up right now. So I definitely recommend checking that out. I Am Alive is a very interesting 2D, well, no, sorry, not 2D, a very interesting action adventure game set in a kind of post-apocalyptic city where you have to pretty much survive and go around through this very interesting creative world. 66% off, I definitely recommend it. It is a very good game. That's going to be, farm simulation. If you guys love farming and you want to simulate it, now this is the game for you. It is a fabulous farm simulation game, state of the art. And it's 50% off, which is a pretty decent price. So there you go, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, please feel free to like it up for me. It really helps a lot. If you guys have any questions, comments, or just love this video because it helped you, comment and like. Comment with feedback, criticism, or just discussion if you want. If you haven't already subscribed and you want to see more of my Steam content, which I bring to you every week, and I even do these daily, week, and sales bonanzas. If you want to see that kind of stuff, or just any of my other stuff, please check out my channel and subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next holiday Steam sale. See you guys later.